Israel of 2014, racist incidents and discrimination are still part of the system, unfortunately, when it comes to minority groups. i24 News correspondent Shachar Peled spoke with Israeli-Ethiopians who continue to suffer almost on a daily basis.
All Avdon and Gida wanted to do was to register for marriage with his beloved Bertekan. But the chief rabbi of Petah Tikva, a city in the center of Israel, has reportedly been refusing to approve marriages for Ethiopian Jews in his community on the grounds that their Jewishness is in doubt.
Like every other Jewish citizen, we went to register as a married couple at the religious council, with all the proper paperwork. But we were sent to another city council. When we asked for a reason, they refused to give us one.
Here, in the local rabbinate council, they say there's no discrimination policy, but also don't give a reason for questioning the couple's Jewish background.
Avdon was denied permission to marry and was forced to register elsewhere, but he has no intention of doing so.
We will fight. We won't be like others who registered elsewhere because they gave up. We have principles and know our rights. And we will insist on getting our rights because we deserve them.
The religious head of Israel's Ethiopian Jewish community, Rabbi Yosef Adana, says it's a gradual process.
Those who don't know the community well think they might be Jewish and might also not be. Colored-skinned people who come from Africa, this might be difficult for them to comprehend. But the chief rabbis declared that there's no doubt and that they are completely Jewish.
The city of Petah Tikva, home to some 10,000 Israeli-Ethiopians, is known for its scandalous approach toward the African community. Several times in the past, Ethiopian pupils had been turned away from local schools despite explicit instructions from the Ministry of Education. But now the Ethiopian community has had enough. A 2012 report showed that 73% of Ethiopian youth have encountered discrimination and racism. In the past couple of months alone, the community has encountered more blunt discrimination, from an Ethiopian nurse in Jerusalem being cursed by an angry patient to a couple in Tel Aviv who refused to receive treatment from an Ethiopian midwife.
15 years ago, 20 years ago, the people come from Ethiopia, they have been immigrants, elders. They don't know about the culture of Israel. They don't know about the situation of Israel. Now the new generation, my generation, my children's generation don't accept it. They will fight it.
Lagasa heads the only Israeli-Ethiopian television channel which faces shutdown due to lack of funding. Its closing might mean the end of another Ethiopian voice in the country, as they continue to suffer only because of the color of their skin.
And Israel's chief rabbinate responded to i24 News. The law and the chief rabbinate of Israel's procedure mandates that any rabbi who register marriages serve every Jewish Israeli citizen without discrimination, including members of the Ethiopian community. If a breach of the law or procedure will be discovered in this case, the issue will be thoroughly investigated and rectified.